back to an episode of Fantastic Me. Today I'm one of my favorite places right here in Reno, Nevada, and they have this some of the wine selection, some of their more artistic bottles, and it's a place I always like to come to. Interesting story here that I like to tell you guys is the fact that um, I've always, been a fan of picking up breakfast here. I've always liked to come stay here. It's a beautiful place, as you can see. They have karaoke night here. They have the poolside here. Show you. Look at that. It's gorgeous out here. Of course, it's winter, so. But anyway, the story here. Merry Christmas, by the way. The story here is the fact that the I was here one day, and unfortunately for me, um, was one of their selection here, wine wise and liquor wise, which is phenomenal. Um, Unfortunately for me here, the story. I've been coming here for a long time, and they used to carry Kendall Jackson a lot. And the main thing was the Cabernet was pretty delicious, but they started carrying Duckhorn Merlot, and I got really shocked, and I was glad to see it in such a nice place like this one. And I have friends in the industry who work for Duckhorn Merlot, so I can always get a bottle from them. We trade bottles between, ex-coworkers and friends and stuff like that. People that you get to know a lot of people in the industry over time after working for so long. So after doing all these years, I was just made a comment to the bartender. I was like, "Oh, you guys carry Duckhorn Merlot?" And he goes, "Yeah." He says, "But it's only for elite members. I'm a middle tier member. I'm not one of the top members. It takes a lot of money to be one of the top members at this great fancy place." And I said, "Okay." I was like, it was just a comment. It didn't have anything to do with me wanting the wine or anything. And so I mentioned to him, just it goes to show you how people should be humble. And I said to him, he says, "Well, the thing is, I actually work in Napa, and I have friends who work in this particular winery. I'm just giving you a tour as I talk. And this is a really nice and well commercialized Merlot, but still very nice, high quality." I said, "So I've tried it a few different times. I've been to Duckhorn about 5 times. Like I said, my friend gives me free bottles, or we trade, and it's a great wine. It's a great wine. I mean, but there's so much good wine out in Napa Valley. I mean, this Merlot they have here is still middle tier, not top tier or top shelf for me. But it just goes to show you how people go with some ideas or some things about what they see or what they think you want, and at the end of the day, it's just wine. It's a good wine, but the way that people see it, and the way that it's actually manipulated and looked at, is the thing that bothers me. Um, Wine was made to be enjoyed, to be shared, and to actually just be happy, to make people happy, not to gain a status, not to do any of that. And yeah, we all have different taste spots. I mean, I have friends who like bottom shelf um, wine from Trader Joe's, and they enjoy it. They buy a case every month, and they're happy with it. Me, on the other side, on the other hand, I like middle shelf. Of course, I do enjoy a top shelf, but you know, from time to time. But it's not everyday wine. Not for some of us. Um, and it's nice to have something that's mid-range that you can actually afford and that you can have handy. And then, when you're in this wine industry, you have a lot of access to a lot of things because you know a lot of people in the industry, and you'd be surprised. You go to Christmas parties, they come up with older vintages and different things like that that they open. For the industry parties, they open up some of the best bottles for the people, who work for the men industry. I remember working for Castello de Amorosa back in 2004. I'm sorry, back in 2018 was the last party I went to, and they had it at a really fancy hotel. It was the best party they had, and they actually opened up 2004, 2003, 2007, 2006 vintages, and that was the day that I told my wife I was gonna drink and she was gonna drive. We actually ended up getting a room in Napa, and I was super pleased that I picked that day because all the good wine was open that day. I'm not sure if it was because we were at a place where there was other parties going on, and the owner wanted to make sure that people knew that he wasn't going to use mid shelf or bottom shelf for his employees. He was taking care of his employees, which he did. He was taking care of us really well. I mean, they were like $300 and $400 bottles, and you just gotta be grateful for those moments. But from that to go to getting wine and thinking it's a status, even people with a lot of money. I met people with a lot of money, like one of the Netflix investors who I used to do security for, and he had a house that he was building on top of the hill. They didn't care about the house. He brought some friends over when the house was almost done, and then I thought he was gonna show them the house, but guess what? No, he didn't show them the house. He ended up going up to, I'm sorry, ended up going down to the cellar, and they stayed there for like about 2 or 3 hours. They came up, left, and never even looked at the house. But they're passionate about wine. To them, it's not a status. They already have status. To them, it's just about enjoying a good wine. Remember that. Well, you guys, Merry Christmas again. Here's a beautiful tree right back there peeking out. And it's been a pleasure. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. And I'm actually going to give you a tour of this place before I leave. So I'm trying to grab my coffee and my breakfast at the same time. And I want to give you a tour of this place, which is really beautiful. If you're in Reno, Nevada, definitely come stay here. It's called the Pepper Mill. This is the restaurant I just picked up my breakfast at. I'm gonna show you some more of the poolside. Here's part of the restaurant too. Very beautiful place. I mean, gorgeous. See you later. I mean, it's a very, very, very nice place to stay. And it's sad that I have to leave today. But, all good things come to an end. I mean, this is just to die for out there. Again, this is the pool. They actually have a heated pool. This is in the summer. It's like the best place to come in Reno. They got the best poolside. Look, they got a waterfall with warm water there. I mean, imagine that with a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon right here on the cold. Oh, I can only imagine. I did that yesterday, but today it's time to go home. It's time to go all the way back to California. And, unfortunately, all good things come to an end, right? They got shops here that you can come look at. Look at this. This is the reception here. Hi.
I was like, as long as he's not.
They got a little coffee shop here. That's to die for. We're going back to the elevator. So it's a nice little tour I'm giving you guys. Now there's another Christmas tree here. Look how nice that is. It's just an overall very nice place. And we're heading back to our room. Ready to go check out. And elevator. Let's go. And here we go. I'm gonna push my floor here. You guys, it's been a pleasure. Welcome back to Fantastic Me. Check us out on the next one. And again, the same message. Stay humble, stay good, drink good wine, stay healthy, and Merry Christmas. Take care.